What it do, folks? Hope you treated yourselves oh so well, and of course others. My name is Claire. This is a channel where we like to do tarot readings. Today, this is no contact, what this person really thinks of you. So this is a no contact situation, what this person currently or really thinks of you. Okay, pile one. Pardon, pile one. You have justice to be served. Okay, I like how fierce this card is. She's not taking no for an answer. It seems as though you were being tried from multiple angles. A lot of your friends seem kind of like fallen to the wayside. You are a social person, and it feels like you have not a very large social blanket around you at this point in time. You're wanting more friends, more social gatherings, but it is ceasing to be at this point in time, but you don't miss the past. The Eight of Wands, you're moving forward. People from the past, this seems like a lot of people, honestly, are moving towards you. When it comes to observation, I think you could see that a lot of people are looking your name up from the past, but to no avail about the day-to-day recovery. It's obvious that what you've been doing up to a certain point, but I think the years have collected your memories. I don't think that you currently are updating life of the current nature. You're not telling people what you're up to, what you're planning, and this has people in a bit of a rut. There were a few people that were trying to move towards you. You could be getting a lot of texts that say, hey, what's up, but no one's saying their name. There's a lot of inquisitive nature about what you're doing now from people that you used to hang out with, people from your old environments, maybe a place that you moved from. This could be also schooling as well. People that are observing you have a lot to say about the past you, and I think that's because they feel a dedication to your memory, like you are a fixture in their life. They've got a lot from the period of time that you guys hung out together. It seems like they're fond of the times that you spent together. They cherish them. It might have been hard for you because you've got the judgment. You got the justice and then the judgment, just bookending these two cards. So you're moving fast out of a discomfort stage in your life, and people are observing how you don't resemble anything that you used to be. You used to be an attainable sort of person, like people could reach out to you and you would communicate for hours on end. You're very sociable, very willing to be sociable, and I don't think that's the type of time you're on these days. And that for being a good reason. A lot of people are seeing where they stood in the past, the rose-covered glasses that they feel towards their past with you. They enjoyed it. You were mistreated. It's almost like you were the butt end of a lot of jokes. A lot of people didn't look out for you. I don't think you view it that way necessarily, as much as you see that you were kind of off kilter, a little mishap. You kind of were for mayhem a little bit, and the people were good to you at the time that were. I don't think that you hold a lot of good memories towards the past, but there's a whole lot of people that went with the flow of your bullies. They were the predecessor to trying to pull you down. There was a lot of dogmatic nature, like people thought you were a certain way and that would always be who you were. I think that you might have had an ex that was at the forefront of poor communication. You could have had many exes where they tried to taint the environment you guys were in after you stopped talking, or when you would fight, they would tell their friends or your community that you had problems, and maybe you did have a little bit of you weren't exemplary. You could have had a few back and forths with this person, or you were pushed to your limits in a lot of ways in the past, and those limits are not, you don't push yourself to those limits. You're fully capable of telling people off and being that person who is buck wild, but you're not pushing yourself to the limits of incapacitating your mental space. You care more about yourself than you'll ever care about a friend group ever again. So at this point, I think people might be testing the waters of, will this person ever be friendly again? Certainly people might be moving back to environments that you guys shared together, like old stomping grounds, old houses, old cities, stuff like that, and they're kind of wondering if they could ever see you again through that, and wondering what kind of nature that would be under if they did run into you, maybe like grocery store. It seems more apt that these people could see you for some reason or another, and they're wondering what it would be like if they did. And it's a little thrilling because I don't think that you're very elusive in a lot of ways, and I think that you're kind of tried to stay that way because people have misused your kindness for weakness a lot in the past. So with that, you gotta know I love you. Greetings, pile 2. Hi. So this is what people, no contact, what this person or people think of you, what's going on in that sort of realm. We're beckoning the lovers or the haters of the past, and we'll see. So, no contact, what this person or people think of you. Okay, temperance. Tempered emotions, someone trying to see past the past. Someone's sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I think that they see that in you as well. There's a favoritism amongst your drive. 5, 6, 7, yeah. It's the 7 of coins, and I think that this person sees you as a direct reflection of themselves in one way or another. Maybe they're feeling isolated in their own family life, or the character that they built for themselves is starting to collapse in on its own design. This person is feeling like they're working a lot, but for what sort of reason? Because they are dismantling, their mind is off center, and it feels like they're dismantling their life by moving forward away from you. The King of Wands. It's almost like they feel like the farther they are getting from you, the harder it is to ever come back, and they want to stop that. At this point, they've noticed the pattern in flight. Like this person, this is the King of Wands, and they see that you could be vindictive, or it's not vindictive. I think that they have been that, and they thought that maybe you would lash out, and they didn't want to feel what that would seemingly feel like. They didn't want to go through the motions of being hurt by you. The 10 of Swords in reverse. So they tried to skirt out of the situation calmly and collectively, but realized that you weren't going to lash out, and therefore that making them ultimately a bully, kind of a bad guy, seemingly a little deranged. But you are neurotic. You have a sense of, you might not have approached the situation open-heartedly because you have a sense to people, and maybe cutting off is easier than conveying to a person that you know where they're at when you meet them. Like, you don't like to build with a lot of people, and I think you did want to build with this person, but they're at a distance from you, or there was repair that needed to be done that you were not assigned. You did not delegate yourself to moving forward with a person, so they lashed out instead of reached out, therefore crumbling it all. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the 8 of Wands in reverse. This person doesn't see how they're moving forward with you at all. because there's no motions. Like, you're not going to make a move forward if they don't. It's almost like they're hinting that they want to speak to you. They're always hinting that they want to speak to you because they're not. You guys are not communicating, and I think that this person feels less creative because of that. There's a sense of the Queen of Coins in reverse. Your nourishment made them feel like they could prosper and that there was a reason to do so. Like, you know how heartbreak kind of makes you feel like everything has a bad taste? You don't want to feel better. You don't want anything. That's what this person is going through. Total annihilation of the senses. Nothing feels as good. Nothing tastes as good. Nothing is as vibrant or vivid without you. Your creative nature kind of added a quirkiness. The way that you saw things improved this person's nature and environment severely. The King of Cups in reverse, yeah, they feel rigid. Like, they have to take a lot of steps. They have to go through a lot of motions with the people that's in their day-to-day basis right now. They have to make a lot of upheavals. Like, there's a lot of communication about things that when they think about what it's all for, they get a little frustrated because they're like, I'm going through the motions every day, but I'm not going through the motions of what I ultimately want to do. I'm just kind of trapped in this, I wanted to say cocoon, but this person assigned themselves to a very stagnant lifestyle, a very structured elsewhere, away from you. And it's making it exceedingly difficult to observe or comprehend where your mental state is at. I think that this person severely damaged you because you thought of them as a sincere, kind person, and then they showed the extent of how much pain they were going through. They delegated the pain outwards. 5, 6, 7, and I don't think the 7 in reverse, you didn't expect that of them. You didn't expect them to be cruel or menacing in the ways that they have been, vile. They're not very articulate with their words, and I think that the words in this situation have been ultimately a catalyst for deception. Or this person was really sweet deep down inside, and they want ultimately something that's very pure, but the cynicism in them took over and they lashed out in words, and then it escalated over time. It started with small things and you were kind of like, I don't know if I can deal with that. I don't think you told this person that, though. I think there was a lack of communication because you didn't know how to trust this person. The distance, again, 3 of Swords. Also, this person was holding on to a past lover or commitment. They were hiding some aspect of their life from you, and I think that you sought that out feelings-wise, or you were like, this... I don't think you tried to fix what you knew was in the shadows. Like, this person showed you characteristics of... It's almost like their mythology or lore was that they were hung up on their ex or something, which is very unsettling. It's not something you want to deal with as a person that's serious about their love life. But yeah, it's almost like their whole center was about being heartbroken or contempt for past situations. So you knew what kind of time this person was on. It was just a matter of, would they do it to you? And they did. They did do it to you. So now you're kind of like, this is the Page of Cups, and it was in reverse. This person is building on a lifestyle that they do not feel comfortable in. It's almost like they're being forced upwards. They're being forced away, drug away from you, and I think that that feels... The Moon. They want to hide in your arms. They want to reconcile. I think that there's something about they want to figure out what it's like to sleep with you at night. They feel really lonely. Apologies, I just turned it down a little. Okay, So the moon, this person feels very lonely, very unsatiated in their everyday life. They might have bits and pieces of resolve that is coming towards them, but the ultimate core of them is drowning them. I think that they have like this heavy core within inside of them that is not letting up. It's just sinking them down farther and farther, making their day-to-day lifestyle heavier. They're complacent in a way that they're just dealing with the pain, because I think that this person has always dealt with some sort of longing or pain, as have you. I think that you both have a sense of longing and pain that you've always felt in life, making the past very disfigured and wanton. Like, you do not care for it. You don't care for the past. You don't care to feel that again. And I think that's kind of what set off this distance from this person. The Two of Wands, I think they're trying to creep back in. They're trying to find a way to creep back in, to be in your environment. I think they want to take you on a ride. I don't know what that means, but I heard a trip as well. So there's something about this person wants to get you in a communicative state, a state of relax, so you can really talk. I think that they are trying to figure out how to not make hate a part of this. It's established with hate and disarray. This person knows that if they could go back, they would, and they would do it all differently, but they're trying to figure out, they're letting go of that pain of how did we get this bad? How did it get this bad? They're letting go of all of that disastrous notion, and they're trying to get back to, how do we find good? How do we find resolve so that I can at least have a conversation of, can we move forward? I think that this person wants to see if you guys can spend time to move forward. I think that they really want to have a conversation that's serious, and they're figuring out talking points that they could actually communicate at this point. I think that there was a sense of secrecy and shadow. There was a lot of shadow work, maybe I'm hearing shadow play. So this person was delving into darker topics, whereas I think that they've kind of let go of some of those to let a brighter, more pure disposition in with you. I think this person wants to be better for you and with you. And I hope that that works out. I hope that they figure it out. So you gotta know I love you. Howdy, Pal 3. Greetings. This is what this person of no contact thinks of you. So hopefully this is helpful or relieving in some way. So what this person of no contact thinks of you. This could be, I got a sense of like someone who's moved on. Like if someone has passed away, perhaps that could come through. The Ace of Pentacles. It almost seems like someone from the other side wants to say that the strife you were going through is guided by them. Like they have your back in a way that you might feel a lot of betrayal or longing, loneliness right now. But because you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and these people kind of look like they're walking around aimlessly. This person's on the other side fiercely, like ferociously working for you, tirelessly. They are guiding over you. Every opportunity that you see, this person is with you in spirit and in health. This person wants your mind to become lighter, and I think that you've dealt with a lot of noise, repercussion lately. You've dealt with a lot of people coming at you in a lot of ways, and this person is telling you that they do have your back, the Hanged Man, and the more that you don't push in your everyday cycles, it's almost like you have flighty people in your life, people that are coming in and out of your life for small mishaps, or everyone in your life right now is very intermittent. The things that you're dealing with are not supposed to be heavy or cumbersome. It's you trying to figure out your best mental state, trying to get your body in a place that you want it to be, your mind, your skin. This is a period of time where your elders and ancestors are deeply wanting you to refine the way that you feel, look, health, wealth, the way that you smell, the way that you think, the way that you it's like if you do some art form or something like that to sharpen that tool, they're really wanting you to amplify, signal boost your ability to be put outwards, because I think that you're about to be on display heavily in the near future. You've been in a recessive cocoon state, the Five of Cups in reverse, a state where you didn't feel a lack, but you were dealing with heavy disillusion. I think that a lot of things in your life were lacking. If you didn't have lack of funds, lack of people, communication, opportunities, those things are coming for you. I think you're being observed. The things that are no contact are almost like the future that is coming towards you, and it is for better. The Queen of Cups, things that want you to emotionally delve deeper, because I think that your emotional health is a beacon for a lot of other people's. You're on display in many verses, but also you have a lot of people from your past that look at you. I think all of your exes wonder if they could still communicate with you, but know, for better or for worse, that you are on your own path that does not dignify any sort of reverse. There's no reversing for you. I don't think your functions go that way. You're like a cruise ship, or no, it's not a cruise ship, it's a plane. I don't think a lot of planes can go backwards, so they get pulled. Life is pulling you in a lot of directions, and it's almost like you do not suffer any riffraff. There's no fools in your arena. So I think that a lot of people feel foolish coming at you with questions, or if you were to ask a lot of things from the past, most people would try to act nonchalant or chill about it. It's like if you tried to address a lot of the things that you went through in the past with people, you would get awkward or dismembering answers, things that make you not care for a person. I think there's a lot of people that you could communicate with from your past you don't learn anything from, therefore you're kind of like hold them at a distance. And that's not saying they're dumb or anything. It's just you're on a different path than a lot of people that you have cherished in the past. Or if you didn't cherish them, it's like life has made things so uncomfortable for you always to move forward. Because I think that you as a person really enjoys singularity, but you want a partnership. You want to be satisfied. You want reverence, but peace. Your ultimate goal is silence, peace, resolve. I think that you want to be able to do the things that you want and have people not hate on you for once. And it's like the Nine of Wands that seems so far off of your path. You've never experienced what it's like to not long outwardly for something, need immensely for something, to be slighted in ways. It's very uncomfortable. A lot of things think of you from the past. I think a lot of your teachers wonder what happened to you in the past. There's a lot of questions of people who had like past jobs. I think maybe past relationships, their family members are thinking of you. A lot of wondering what happened to you, what got you to this state. And it's your ancestors know that the things that you went through no one should have to go through, but it did make you what you are today. And I think that's kind of where you're at as well, is that you don't look fondly on a lot of things, but you really do cherish the person that you have become wholeheartedly. There's a fierceness for you and a fierceness of this world for you. It's almost like you feel like a sleeper, like you're coming out of the woodworks and you're about to change a lot of things for a lot of people, and you just needed time to resonate with yourself. You needed time to stew in some things, maybe fester a little bit, but really you were growing. You were growing through the muck and the mire, and the people that were and currently are observing you, the Magician in reverse, there's a lot of people that are on your back right now. I think the no contact is a lot of people you wish you didn't have to deal with on a daily basis as well. Like there's a lot of people in your day-to-day environment where you're like, I cannot wait till the day I never see you again. You're the point of contention. You are the ire of my day. You're a horrible, terrible taste in my mouth. That sort of environment is what you're dealing with. And these people are going to observe you one day. And I think that they're going to say that they knew you in some way, form, or fashion. Like, you will be a point of, I knew that person. I was around that person, and they'll try to say that they knew something about you. But I think for years you've been cut off from environments, social gatherings. There's a lot of things about you holding down your own fort for so long. Like, you were the only person that believed in yourself for a long period of time, whether you did have people around you or not. They did not show up in your everyday environment. You had to cry alone. You had to be alone. You slept alone. You built alone. You even, I think that you're about to start having things, your inside jokes. I think you're about to have resolve with people and celebration. I think celebration is for you, and it's going to be observed by a lot of people. You've been taking your power back for a long time. I think that there was a lot of injustice in the past, and you almost felt like you were being karmically tied from past. You had been dealing with a lot of timeline issues from past lives. I think that you reincarnated with this life with a lot of heavy baggage. Therefore, you needed a spiritual army behind you. And through your life, I think you have collected a lot of people and angels, ancestors that are definitely on your side. You have a spiritual team that's on your side that is to be mistaken with nothing. Like, this is solely yours and your purpose. And I think that a lot of people are observing how trying to hold you down has only made them look or feel caught up. Like, a lot of people in your environment now, you don't talk to, but they realize that they have made their own life severely harder by trying to hold you down. Like, they're going out of their way to feel hate, and they're on a conquest for disaster because they are constantly lunging for this horrible feeling, like, to make you feel worse. And this could be people from the past as well, but it just seems like overall a lot of people are lunging for the opportunity to make you feel anything at all, and they can't. So the no contact, one more card. The Queen of Wands in reverse, yeah. Shield yourself. I don't think that this is a period of time where you need to outwardly show your direction or what you're after, the things that you care about. I would do them not in the shadows per se, but be aware of your environment and don't give off too much at this point in time, because people are trying to see you trip up. But that is for naught, and it is to no avail, because I think that you've been on your path too long to fall for any of that sort of nonsense. It's just a matter of dealing with this period of time, and it will end. This too will pass, and it will be delicious when you taste what's on the other side, because it is coming for you. The better is here and now. I think it's so close. It just hang in there. You got this, and you gotta know I love you.